Let me ask you something. Do you think you're getting the absolute best deal from your bank? Well, a recent, pretty massive settlement with Capital One suggests maybe not, and it has some really crucial lessons for anyone with a savings account. So yeah, let's get right into it.
Seriously, just think about your savings account for a second. Are you 100% confident you're earning the highest possible interest rate? This whole Capital One story is a huge wake-up call that your loyalty to a bank might actually be costing you a lot.
Okay, let's just dive right into the numbers because this is wild. You had loyal, long-time Capital One customers who were stuck earning a measly 0.30% interest rate. Meanwhile, brand new customers were walking in the door and getting over 4%. It's a crazy difference, and it's really the heart of this whole problem.
So, how in the world does a gap like that even happen? Let's break down how this tale of two rates completely blew up and led to a massive lawsuit.
So here's the situation. For years, you had all these loyal customers in what was called the 360 savings account. Many of them had been with the bank since it was ING Direct, so they thought they had a top-tier account. But while their rates were just stagnating at 0.30%, Capital One quietly rolled out this new 360 performance savings account, and that one, it was paying over 4%. The catch was, it was basically only offered to new customers. You can imagine, this is where that feeling of betrayal really started to kick in.
And to put that into perspective, get this. New customers were earning over 14 times more interest than the loyal customers. 14 on what was essentially the exact same type of account. That kind of disparity is what really fueled the outrage.
But this wasn't just about a low interest rate. The real anger, the thing that made people furious, came from the feeling that this information was being actively and deliberately hidden from them.
And this quote from a customer just nails the sentiment perfectly. It didn't feel like an accident or some simple oversight. It felt like a calculated strategy to profit from the people who had been with them the longest, just hoping they wouldn't notice.
And this really illustrates the core of the whole issue. The new high-yield account was basically invisible if you were already a customer and logged into your account. So even if you heard about it and went looking for it, poof, it just wasn't there.
But customers didn't just take this lying down. Oh no, they got organized and they fought back, taking their fight straight to the legal system to try and reclaim all that lost interest.
Now, the legal fight had some pretty interesting twists and turns. First, a class action lawsuit was filed. But then, an initial settlement deal was actually rejected by a judge. And why? Because 18 state attorneys general stepped in and argued that the deal just wasn't fair to consumers. So that rejection forced everyone back to the negotiating table, where a much better deal was worked out.
So what was the final outcome after all that? Let's take a look at the settlement and what it means for the millions of customers who were affected.
$425 million. Just let that sink in. That's the staggering amount Capital One agreed to pay to make things right for all those years of lost interest.
Now, the great news for these customers is that the payments are all automatic. No complicated forms to fill out, no claim portals to deal with. The payouts will be sent directly. But, and this part is absolutely crucial, your contact information with Capital One has to be up to date. If they can't find you, you can't get your money.
And let's be super clear, this isn't just some goodwill gesture. The settlement is specifically designed to pay customers the higher interest rate they missed out on retroactively. It's about making them whole for that period of time they were stuck in the lower rate account.
So, what can we all learn from this whole saga? This story is a powerful reminder that we have to be proactive about managing our own money. It doesn't matter who you bank with.
So here's a quick checklist to help protect your savings. First, make it a regular habit to check the rates your bank is offering to brand new customers. Next, never ever assume that your loyalty is being rewarded with the best rates. It's often not. Third, if you find a better rate, pick up the phone, call your bank, and ask for it. And last, you have to be prepared to move your money to a new account or even a new bank to get the best deal.
And a quick heads up, this isn't just about savings accounts. You got to watch out for the same kind of tactic with CDs. Banks will often lure you in with a really high promotional rate, but then they'll set it to automatically renew at a much lower rate, just hoping you won't notice.
So I'll leave you with this simple question. What is your savings account earning right now? If you don't know the answer off the top of your head, it's probably time to find out. Thanks for joining me.